Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eli and I run my own small business, Crochet Made by Eli. It is just about 1 year since I started posting on YouTube, which is a really big accomplishment for me. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that I like to set some pretty clear goals for myself for every quarter of the year, so that's for every 3 months. I'm a little bit late for the last quarter of this year as it is October 20th and I just realized I never made a Q4 video. These videos are definitely a big thing for myself in making sure that I stay consistent with my goals and keep a clear mindset of what I want to get accomplished and pushing myself a little bit. For this video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a crochet and chat type vibe. I've got some yarn here and I want to start making a pumpkin. I do have a market coming up and I need to get some market prep done, so I figured I might as well work on it while chatting with you guys. The yarn we're going to be using is Bernat Blanket Mystical in the color Sunshine. It's very pretty yellowy orangey gold. I think this will make some cute pumpkins. For this pumpkin, I'll be using my own pattern, and I do have a free tutorial for it up here on my channel in case you're interested. It's a very simple pumpkin. You basically just make a circle and then you put some ridges in it. But these ones are fun. They're great for market prep because they take just under an hour to make, and who doesn't love pumpkins? So for these videos, what I like to do is start by reviewing my goals from the previous quarter, so that's from the last 3 months, and then set some new goals for the next 3 months. We'll go over if I hit the goals that I had, if they still make sense, if they need to be updated, and if there's any new ones for the next 3 months. So last month was Q3, the third quarter of the year, and that was July, August, and September. In those 3 months, I did start doing markets, which was a very big accomplishment for me. So a lot of my focus has shifted over towards markets, market prepping, market review content, which is definitely different as in the past, my focus was a lot more in pattern designing. So I took a little break from that to start doing markets, and now I'd like to get a little bit better of a balance between those two. I've got markets once a month for the rest of the year, which I think is a good amount for me. Not too much, but often enough to still be doing them. I'm going to be having my little notebook here in front of me to review my goals. So if you see me looking down, that is why. So for Q3, my first goal was to maintain my posting schedule. This goal I've kept on my list for every single quarter because it's something that I think is very important when making content, is sticking to a schedule. And that schedule for me has always been once a day for short form content and once a week for long form. With short form, my goal has always been to get up to 3 videos a day. Sometimes it's more like 1 or 2, which I think is totally fine. I do also post on my stories quite a lot now on Instagram specifically. So I'd say I've definitely hit that goal. I've been very consistent with it, but I've also been taking breaks when I need to. I don't post every single day. For example, this weekend, I didn't post on Saturday or Sunday, and I think that's totally fine. Having a balance with it is definitely very important for me. And I made myself promise that when I started content creation, if I ever have days that I don't feel like it and I really just don't want to, I don't do it. Because if I force myself to do it, I'm not going to enjoy it, and I have to enjoy it to be consistent with it. So goal number 1, maintaining my posting schedule, absolutely hit, and I will be continuing that goal for the next quarter. My next goal from Q3 was to do at least 2 more markets, and I have completed that as well. In July, August, and September, I think I did a total of 4 markets. Maybe actually, I did 5 markets total, which I'm very happy about. It felt like a really good amount for me. I wasn't too fatigued or anything from it, and I was able to have a good amount of stock at each market, so it worked out very well for me. Some of my markets were very, very slow and not the most successful, but with starting out on markets, I figured I was going to have some kind of bad ones, and my goal was just to kind of get used to how a market goes and not really look specifically at profits or anything. Now that I'm a lot more comfortable with it, I'm being more specific in the items that I make to try and get, more successful markets and have a better profit, of course. But I absolutely succeeded with that goal, so I'm very happy about that. The next goal on my list was to record more tutorials for YouTube. The examples that I had given was a hat tutorial or tutorials on my crochet bottle holders. So I believe I've posted 2 tutorials in that time frame, which was for my bucket hats and my pumpkin tutorial. So I haven't gone around to doing the bottle holders yet. That's something I would like to do in the future, but I do have a written pattern for it, so we're fine there for now. I would like to get tutorials out a little bit more often. I think my goal for the next quarter would be once a month, but with it being the holiday season, markets picking up, Christmas and everything, chances are I'm going to be getting a little bit busier. So either that means I'm going to have less time for my usual content and need to get some quicker things out like tutorials, or it means I'm not going to feel like doing any tutorials at all. So we'll see. But goal number 3 from Q3, absolute success as well. The next goal on my list was to reorganize my craft space, and I did not do that at all. If anything, my craft space has gotten way less organized, way messier, a lot more cluttered, disorganized. It's not looking great right now. This is actually something I've been thinking about a lot the last couple weeks, and I was thinking I would make a video soon of reorganizing my yarn specifically, because making it into a video is a good way to motivate myself to get things done. So that is the first goal on my list that I did not succeed in at all. Barely even thought about it for the last 3 months, to be honest. Just with the markets and everything, part of my market setup I keep in my room, like the tables, and so after a market, I'm very exhausted, and I find that it takes me a couple weeks to reset my room, and then by the time I reset it, it's almost time for a new market. So, after my next market this weekend, I would like to get my room refreshed within a week instead of just letting things pile up. Getting the motivation to organize things is definitely difficult sometimes, but it's so worth it just having a really clean working space. And I've gotten a lot more yarn lately as I've been making more plushies than I have in the past. So I definitely need to do some reorganizing on my shelf to get all of the yarn to fit. Currently, most of the yarn is in bags and boxes under my table, and that's not really convenient, and it doesn't look good. I love it when my yarn is pretty and color coordinated, so that's definitely a goal for me. The very last goal I had on my Q3 list was to learn to knit socks. And this one I'm not really sure if I would say I succeeded in or failed, because I did knit a sock. One singular sock. I went on vacation in July. We were in Colorado for a week, and I spent that week learning how to knit a sock, and I knit a sock. I think it turned out great. It's very tiny, so I definitely need to work on my tension with knitting, but of course that'll happen over time. The reason I wanted to learn to knit socks though is so that I could knit socks for Christmas gifts for my family. But they are very time consuming, and I don't know if that's going to be achievable for me this year. So that one, I'd say like 50-50. I learned to knit a sock. I just didn't do anything with that knowledge. So, like, technically, I completed the goal, but not for the purpose of what I needed from it. So, for my Q3 goals, I succeeded with 3 of them, failed for 1, and then was in the middle for the 5th. Now, moving on to my Q4 goals. So, that's going to be my goals for October, November, and December. Now, we are getting near the end of October already, so I'm a little late on this, but it's never too late to review goals. So like I said, maintaining a posting schedule is a big goal that I will be continuing. So that is number 1. And again, that schedule means posting once a day for short form content, once a week for long form. My second goal would be to post twice a week for YouTube, long form content, at least once a month. So I post every single Friday right now. And my goal for the last couple months has been to post occasionally on a Monday or Tuesday. I just get so behind with editing. So once a month, every 4 weeks, I would like to get a second video out. I feel like if I keep a good schedule with my editing and recording, I think I can handle that. I think it's manageable. But again, if I feel like it's pushing myself too much in a way that I don't enjoy it, I won't be doing that. But that is goal number 2, posting twice a week, once a month. Goal number 3 is going to be to release a few of the patterns that I've been working on. So I have my mini penguin pattern, which is a newer version of the original penguin I did based on Gunter the Penguin from Adventure Time. That pattern is already tested and done. I just need to release it. So definitely need to get that out. I also have a skirt that I've been working on, which I have named the Succubus skirt. This one has been in progress for a long time, but I think I'm finally ready to get it tested. So I need to get that one tested, and I would love to get it released before the end of the year. So goal number 3 is release the patterns that I have in progress before the end of the year. And goal number 4 is obviously organizing my craft space. That's specifically going to be my yarn storage, but that's going to help me organize my room in general. I'd love to get some more of my artwork up on the walls, tapestries like this one. This one is barely attached. It falls off so often, so I need to fix that. But organizing my yarn, getting some more stuff up on my walls, and just making my room a more functional craft space. So that is goal number 4, and I think those 4 are very manageable for the next few months. I don't want to set anything too difficult because, again, it is going to be a busy season with small businesses. You never know what kind of orders you're going to get, and I want to give myself enough space that if I do end up getting orders and being busy, I'm able to handle it. I think I messed up this last row on the pumpkin because I needed to count and I was not counting. Found my mistake. There we go. Now, like I said, these videos are primarily for myself just to help me keep on track with my goals and make sure I'm clear on what I want to accomplish. But I do think it's interesting to share these goals with everyone else, and I love to hear from other people too on what their goals are. I think it's never too late to set some clear goals and expectations for yourself. I know with the new year coming up, it can be difficult feeling like you need to do all of these massive changes and kind of reinvent yourself, but small goals are a lot more important than the massive ones. So for me, just having a clear list of what I want to accomplish helps so much, especially when I'm running my own business. It's completely up to me to get things done. So it's very important to know what I want to get done. Now, like I said, I would love to hear from you guys on what your small business goals are. Not even just small business, just crafting goals if you're not someone who runs your own business. So let me know in the comments what kind of things you're planning to get done the next couple months, maybe even into the new year, as that is coming up very quickly. If you are newer to my channel and haven't seen my previous videos, I do have a playlist full of all of my quarterly check-ins and my business goals, so make sure you check that out if you're interested or if you haven't seen it yet. Thank you guys for coming along and watching this video with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. And if you've subscribed and want to be a little more active in my channel, make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok, as again, I post daily there and I'm pretty active on my stories. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.